In this lecture, we will talk about function f of x equals natural log absolute value of x. We need to find out the domain range of the function, and we need to graph the function. We got to use calculator to help us. Okay, so how we are going to input y equals natural log absolute value of x. You see down here there is no problem, you need to have a natural log, but how we are going to input this absolute value? Here is the step. You want to do math. Okay, so you want to do, the first one is math, and then move the cursor to the number, and then ABS, and it has left parentheses. Okay, so right here, let me move this, yeah, right here. So math, number, ABS. You hit enter, and then you can input an x, close parenthesis, and one more close parenthesis. Okay, so this one on your calculator will be like that. ABS, absolute value of x, like that. Okay. Okay, after you get that, you can go straight to hit the graph, but we don't want to go in that way. We want to know like how actually the graphs works out. We need a table to find out points, and then we connect the points, we shall get the graph. Okay, how we are going to get the table? You may want to go to second table. Okay, second table. So second table, then this one shows up. Then you can input 0.5, and then it shows up the answer here, which is negative 0.6931. And then you may input 1 here. You hit enter, you have a 0. If you input 2 here, you hit enter, you have 0.6935. If you input 3 here, then have the answer 1.0986. Okay. If you input 0 here, you get an error. It's because of what? It's because x cannot choose 0. Okay, so here the domain is x cannot be 0. Can x be negative? There is no problem you put negative here, because you choose the absolute value. It's going to be positive. So the domain is not 0. Or you may write from negative infinity to 0, and then from 0 to positive infinity, and then together. Okay. Round bracket again means zeros are not included. If you wanted 0 to be included, then you would have to use the square bracket. Okay. Now, what is the range? You see apparently down here it can be negative, can be 0, and it can be any positive. So the range is what? Is all real numbers, or you may write from negative infinity to positive infinity. Okay. Again, make sure that here they are for infinity. All the time you have to use a round bracket at this time. Okay. We don't learn, like advanced math. Then there are some cases you can do a square bracket, but right now we don't do that. Okay. So we have domain, we have range. And we have a points down here. Here we have a 1.0986. X is 3. 1 is approximately 1.1 if you round it up. So here is 1. Here is 1. Okay, 2. So 1.1 is slightly above. 1.1 is about here. Okay, and this point is 2, x is 2, and y is 0.69315. Okay, is about 0.7. So x is 2, y is about 0.7. And here x is 1, y is 0, so it's right here. And for this point, is x is 0.5, y you have a negative, that's negative 0.6931. So it's again about 0.7 something. 0.7 negative, so it's right here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 points. You connect it. You shall have a picture right here. And then you actually can plug in negative. You see down here you may use this one, negative 1. Or you may put negative 0.5 as I did here. Negative 0.5. You hit enter. You have the same answer, you see. Negative 0.5. You still have y is negative 0.6931. Same answer. So it doesn't matter you put positive or you put negative. You shall have the same answer, which is negative 0.6931. So similarly, you can do 1, negative 2, negative 3. You shall have the same answer here. Okay, so basically right down here, you have a negative 1, 0. Okay, you may input right here, negative 1, 0 for this point. Okay, and then for this point, you shall have a negative 2, 1, 0, 9, 8, 6 something. So you see, you may try it. You may try negative 1. You have a 0. Okay. And you may put negative 2 here. You see negative 2. You hit enter. You still have a positive. you may input -3. You then have this answer. Okay. 1.0986. Okay, so this one will be -3, 1.0986. All right. So you shall have the graph is symmetric with respect to y-axis. Okay. So basically, we have all of them. You see, if you hit the graph, it's like that. The problem is, for the calculator, it looks like the graph has intersection with what? With y-axis, but actually it is not. So you cannot really draw a graph hit the y-axis, then that's wrong. Okay, so you cannot totally count on the calculator. You have to do by your hand in this way. Here there is a remark. You see, for the positive 0.5, algebraically you can put right here without absolute value because it's already positive. If you put negative 0.5 right here, you got a problem because it cannot be negative. But we know negative 0.5 is less than 0. For the, again, positive number, x greater than 0, you can directly do like that. For the negative number, you got a problem without absolute value. Then we can avoid it by doing what? Negative 0.5 is less than 0. Then we put negative in front of this negative number. We'll get a positive. So that's why I wrote 1x is negative, 1x less than 0. We know negative x is greater than 0. Then we put what? We put negative x in front of it. So this is basically the piecewise function. When x greater than 0, you have this one, which will be this part. And when x is less than 0, you then have a natural log negative x, which is this one. Because you put negative number here again, you have another negative in front of it, make it be positive. Okay, so this algebraic expression stands for the left branch, and natural log x stands for the right branch. Okay, please review this lecture. I'll see you next time.